All right, let's get to work. Happy Monday, happy February 1st. When I took my day off, I was definitely getting a lot of work done, so hopefully you did not take your day off and you got those recorded workouts done. A lot of good feedback on that timed workout. I know hopefully you've all done it by now, but and of course the hips and stretching, I always throw those things in there because it is good for us. We haven't done a ton of them online. Anyhow, I have a nice theme this week, and actually a lot of theme this month will be a lot of core. We're going to do focus February as core. Now, core and more is what I'm going to label this week. We're going to warm up each day with a core and more circuit. This week we'll have the same rhythm on our warm-up, so be ready for that. And then today we're going to go through our pushing muscles, pushing exercises, upper and lower. Wednesday we'll do our pulling muscles, again, upper and lower. Anyhow, let's get to work. The rhythm as you start each workout this week, we'll have a 25. Today I'm going to use the word the iso hamstrings or the iso glutes. We'll talk about that in a second. You have a 25. You'll have a 20 on more of a core focus exercise. You're going to have a 15 on an ab. You're going to have 10 on an upper. And you're going to have 5 on a plyometric or get your body moving type of a thing. Blah, 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 blah. After you get through round one, it's going to make sense. The only change is that I'm going to change the actual core exercise. All the other things will stay today in this first circuit. It's a 4-round core and more circuit. So it actually is a big piece of our workout today. And we have 2 or 3 other circuits depending on time. When you're ready, don't go just yet. You can either do your hip bridge, any tool you want to put your feet on, ground, ball, bench. Hip bridge is an option, or you can do hamstring curls. You do have 4 rounds. Your hamstrings do turn on, your core does turn on when you do iso hamstring curls. Always 25. Then you're going to have round 1 is 20 rotational planks. That's round 1. You won't do it again until Wednesday. Then you're going to have your 15 on your sit-up. That's going to happen all circuit. Then you're going to have 10 on a push-up and then 5 on a jump squat. Okay? When you're ready, go ahead. 25. We do have 4 rounds. You can totally mix up a hip bridge or a hamstring curl. But the benefit is you're laying on something, the ground, and then your feet might be on something. On hip bridges, you can use anything. And if you're going to do hamstring curls, you need something that rolls or slides, and that could be shoes off and socks sliding on your hardwood floor, which wouldn't make sense because it's not very comfortable to lay on, so you have to mix up your mat situation. 25 is the number. Round 1, 20 rotational planks, 15 on your sit-up, 10 on your push-up, and 5 on your jump squats. And if you can't do jump squats, or your body is not ready to do jump squats as it's 6:05 in the morning, then you can do pulsating squats. Okay? Brian, round 1, 25 iso hamstrings, 20 on your rotational plank, always 15 on your push-up. Gosh dang it, always 15 on your sit-up. I'm messing my own self up here. Always 10 on your push-up, and always 5 on your jump squat or pulsating squat. So now we're going to get into rhythm, right? Don't let me mess you up anymore. 4 rounds. 25 on the hip bridge or hamstring. Always 20 on the core exercise. I'm going to change the core exercise. 15 on the sit-up. Always 15 on the sit-up. 10 on the push-up, always, and 5 on the jump squat or pulsating squats if you need it. Again, we're here doing it together. Don't fall back asleep, right? Think about this circuit. It's a core and more circuit to get the body turned on. on your sit-ups, legs straight, knees bent. You could totally get off the ground and lay on something besides the ground. Lay on a ground ball or bench. Feet narrow, feet wide, legs straight, knees bent. Always 15 sit-ups following the 20 core exercise. So set 1 was hamstrings, glutes, core, which I know doesn't go with our pushing theme, but I didn't want to do all that stuff. We have the always 20 core, the always 15 sit-up, and then always 10 push-ups. You can do ground push-ups. That'd be hands and feet on the ground. You could do incline push-ups. That means your hands are up on something on your incline push-up. You could do decline push-ups. That means your feet are up on something on your decline push-up. That would be a harder position, decline push-ups. Always 10 push-ups following your 15 sit-ups. Again, we're gonna get into rhythm here soon. And then 5, now jump squats, you're just getting going. So there's light jump squats, right? You're just getting the body ready. And then there's less light jump squats. And if you need to, you do have your pulsating squats. It's only 5, but let's be mindful, okay? Round 1, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Round 2, 25 hip bridge or hamstring. That doesn't change, you can change it. You've got your 20 on your windshield wipers, that is your only change. You've got your 15 sit-ups, you've got your 10 push-ups, and your 5 jump squats. The 4-round circuit. Again, just so you see it, hip bridge is a great option. There's a lot of hips, right? Your hip joints, a lot of movement there. There's movement in your spine. So when those two things happen, your glutes are always supposed to turn on. But your hamstrings would love to help out. So you need to eliminate your hamstrings to the best of your ability. And your core just will naturally turn on. When that spine moves, if it doesn't turn on, then you're gonna break your back, even on a hip bridge. But it's a very safe hip movement, spine activating exercise. So hip bridge, right, you've done it a million times. You can play with your feet, whatever you want to do. Your butt goes up and down slowly. The hamstring curl, just to talk about it again, your butt stays up. Whether you have a ball, it could be a basketball, it could be a stability ball, it could be a medicine ball. It could literally be anything that can roll or slide. Round 1 is your windshield wipers. So the benefit is you're not changing position too much. Windshield wipers, you want to have a nice strong base. Now, do I want your upper body like blasted? No. You just have a nice strong base so your upper body does not move on your lower body. Your lower body is laterally moving on your upper body. I'll see people literally move feet off the mat during the 20 reps. So 20 reps, the challenge is keeping your body in one spot. And you'll feel it, you'll like slowly like inch off the mat, which means your upper body is moving when it's not supposed to be moving. 20 windshield wipers, AKA a lateral reverse crunch. Now don't get me wrong, you are using your abs, but you're also what you're thinking core, and then you're gonna follow it with 15 sit-ups, so the combo should be pretty challenging. Always 15 sit-ups. Play with your legs, legs straight, knees bent, feet narrow, feet wide. You can have your feet up on something too, probably a little more of a toe touch simulated there, but sit-ups, your upper body moves on your lower body a lot. Toe touches, your upper body moves on your lower body not quite as much because of your feet leg position. Always 15 sit-ups, always 10 push-ups. You could totally change your push-up. Legs straight, knees bent, where's your hands, where's your legs? Now I haven't referenced it much, but here's a stability ball push-up, an incline stability ball push-up. You might lose ultimate motion, but you're going to engage your core. You also have your decline stability ball push-up, right? Your feet are on the ball or your legs are on the ball. And again, just that subtle balance required on a stability ball push-up. I don't reference it very much, but today I am. After your 10 push-ups, again, you got your 5 jump squats. It could be bigger than earlier, or it can be smaller than earlier, whatever you need on your 5 jump squats. And again, this week, we're not doing any formal, traditional warm-ups that are 120 to 180 movements and we get going. There's a lot. Round 3, 25 hip bridge or hamstring curl. That didn't change. Round 3, you got your plank taps. You'd be in high plank or low plank. You got your hands touching your shoulders. We're gonna go through that again, right? 20 plank taps. You got your 10 push-ups again. You got your 15 sit-ups, your 10 push-ups, and your 5 jump squats. So many things to start this workout. Round 3, 25 hip bridge or hamstring curls. If you've been doing hip bridges the whole time, cool. Play with your feet. Wider, narrower. Up on something, ball, bench, ground, car, dog, whatever you need to put your feet on. 25 hip bridges. If you're doing hamstring curls, again, awesome. Keep your butt up. And you either have a ball or something that slides. Again, we haven't done those a ton, but we have done them. 25 hip bridge or hamstring curl for the 3rd time. Round 3 is your plank taps. You're either in low plank or high plank. Right hand touches left shoulder, left hand touches right shoulder. But I see people go quickly, especially in the high plank. That's not the idea. Slow it down, time under tension, play around with the width of your base. Wide feet and hands, easier. Narrower feet, hands, harder. You have to balance more during your plank taps. And then slowing it down, time under tension, 2.5 to 3 second reps. So if you do 20 plank taps, you're only touching your shoulders 20 total times. After your 20 plank taps, you got your 15 sit-ups for the 3rd time, your 10 push-ups for the 3rd time, and your 5 jump squats for the 3rd time. Again, you should be feeling warm, right? You should feel like you're flush and like your body's warming up and all those wonderful things. We're just not doing our traditional movements to start the day. No rush. 15 push-ups, 15 sit-ups, 10 push-ups, 5 jump squats. We have one more round to go. So it's a fairly large warm-up workout circuit. 300 total movements on your warm-up workout circuit. And again, today we are pushing, and there would be 2 circuits minimum, 3 circuits maximum, so you could potentially do a chest, a shoulder, a tricep. You could do all chest. I wouldn't recommend that with lack of position changes. You could do all triceps because of all the different movements on your triceps, you'll see. 10 push-ups and then 5 jump squats. We have one more round to go. Again, if you can't do the jump squat, you do have the pulsating squat. Load, L-O-A-D. Even though pulsating squats are not a plyometric, I do put in that category for those that cannot do jump squats. Last round, 20 5 on your hip bridge or hamstring curl. Last one, that's 100 of those. You got your 20 iso penguins. I'll show you again when you get there, but that's that iso crunch. So 80 total on the core. You got your 15 sit-up, 60 total sit-ups, 10 push-ups, 40 on the push-ups, and then you have the 5 jump squats, only 40 of those. Breathe, focus, hip mobility, spine mobility. Those things are moving, those muscles on them or that touch them are turning on, and that's a core exercise. You could put it in a glute exercise and a core exercise. You're trying to eliminate hamstrings on a hip bridge, unless you're trying to intentionally do hamstring curls in your iso hip bridge, which on Monday we'll talk, or Monday, wow, geez. Wednesday we'll have the iso quads to warm up our circuit. Fair warning. 25 hip bridge or hamstring curl last time. You got your iso penguins. You're gonna be in your crunch position. You're gonna breathe and reach, reach, reach. Just like your plank taps. People accidentally go fast. They accidentally lose motion. Breathe, maintain, or increase motion on the iso penguin. 20, and you've got your 15 sit-ups. So again, the combo might feel pretty challenging. A nice, good core and more warm-up workout circuit. We'll have the same numbers on Wednesday, different exercises to choose from, right? Keeping it simple on the brain for the most part. Good for the body, simple on the brain. 15 sit-up last time today, 10 push-up, possible last time today because of the pushing circuits we're gonna do. And then you're gonna have your last 5 jump squats of the day. And your body should be ready, your mind should be ready. Your soul should be ready on this Monday, February 1st workout. Oh yeah, 10 push-ups, and then your 5 jump squats. Good morning. You sure be warm and ready. Ready to get after it. I am going to start talking about the circuit because I do need that time. Let's talk about your pushing muscles and your pushing exercises. Upper body, your chest can push, your shoulders can push, and your triceps can push. So you could potentially do 1 set of each muscle group today, okay? Chest press, you got flat inclines, all those things. Push-ups, chest can push. Shoulder press, a little more basic. Your hands go above your head. Triceps, you got dips, you got kickbacks, you got overheads, you got skull crushers. Today you can do all triceps, you're going to do all triceps. I'm going to start with chest circuit 1. However, if you have different tools, use different tools. The number is going to be low on the upper body. Let's talk about your lower body. Pushing quad muscle exercises. We're going to do an iso quad, which we're going to do again on Wednesday in the warm-up workout circuit. We got stationary forward lunges. You got narrow squats. You got lateral lunges, and I'll give you an option of step-ups and ball squats and all those wonderful things. Pushing quad exercises. Those are always going to be 20. And for the person that asks me how many in 10 minutes, I'm going to double the number. So your quad-focused pushing leg exercises are always 20. Always. Okay? When you're ready, chest, I'm going to start with chest. If you don't want to do chest, do either shoulders or triceps. Here are your numbers the rest of the day. 15, round 1, 10, round 2, and then you've got 4 sets of 6 to 8. You can do 6, you can do 7, you can do 8. Those numbers are relative to load, physical weight that you can hold, or time under tension. So if you don't have a lot of weight or you can't add weight, then you're gonna slow your movements down, okay? I'm gonna control the legs a little bit more. They're always 20. When you're ready, 15 chest press. Whether you're gonna do push-ups or you're gonna lay on a ground or ball or bench, I will demonstrate more positions as you do your workout. You don't have to do chest. You can do all shoulders and all triceps today if you want to. 15 on your chest pushing. Round 1, you're gonna do 20 on your narrow squats. You're gonna do 20 narrow squats on round 1 of each circuit. And there are potentially 2 or 3 circuits depending on your time. And of course, today's rhythm pace is gonna be just like Wednesday. Bye, Rob. Have a good day, buddy. And of course, the numbers I'm giving you. I don't want you to be deterred by being at home and not having a bunch of weights. Load. When the reps get that low, you need to add load. And that's either physical weight or time under tension. Round 1, 15 push, 20 narrow squats. You'll do narrow squats again on circuit 2, and if you do circuit 3. Narrow squats. Your feet are narrower than the width of your hips. Your feet don't have to be, and probably shouldn't be touching because of the internal-external rotation on your tibia on your femur. And we also, remember, we didn't do these on our warm-ups like we would normally do. Feet are narrow, hips, 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 glutes, glutes, glutes. They should always turn on. Eyes, eyes, eyes. Posture, thighs, thighs. That word, it's a reminder. Legs are working, not your back. 20 narrow squats. I'm going to show you different chest positions just because I want you to see them. But round 2 is 10 of the push. I want you to keep the same muscle this circuit. So if you did chest set 1, you're doing chest this circuit. If you did triceps set 1, you're doing triceps this circuit. I'm changing the position just so you see it. That doesn't mean you're doing that too. Round 2 is 10 pushing, and then you're going to do 20 stationary forward lunges. Okay? You'll do stationary forward lunges round 2 of each circuit. Now I did lay on a ball because you haven't seen that very much on our 130 something workouts. Okay? Hips high, core tight. You can play with your feet width as you want to play with your feet width. Narrower feet, harder, more balance, more core. Wider feet, easier, less balance, less core. But you got to keep your butt up. And the bad joke I always tell people is that I should be able to Photoshop a bench under your body, right? A bench that you would lay on, I should be able to Photoshop that. Your butt is up. Round 2, again, as you see, I'm holding weights, 20 total, alternating, stationary, forward lunges. Remember, the legs are always going to be pushing exercises, which will always naturally turn on your quads a little bit more. But for the most part, they're all going to be dynamic, quad-focused, pushing exercises. So your glutes are always going to turn on because of the hip motion at the hips. 20 stationary forward lunges. Now, I'm going to start getting a little ahead of you so we can add a touch of pace. That doesn't mean I want you going faster. I just want you to add a touch of pace. So once we get to the next circuit, you're going to rock and roll, and go get it. After your 20 stationary forward lunges, 6 to 8 is a rep range, which is really low for being at home. Slow, load, and if you can increase weight, increase weight. 6 or 7 or 8, that's up to you. Round 3 is going to be our iso quads. You would sit on something. You're going to be doing them on Wednesday again, okay? 20 iso quads. Remember, I'm going to be there. Are you ready? I'm going to turn the dial up a tiny bit. 6 to 7 to 8. I'll take anything in between. And if you can't add weights, right, I'm doing a push-up. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. That is a nice loaded exercise. 2.5 to 3 second reps is good load, L-O-A-D. Iso quads. You can sit on the ground, you can sit on a ball, you can sit on a bench. You do need to sit on something. You can hold the thing you're sitting on like I am. You can hold your legs up if you want to, or you can be a stud, and like all my studs here at 6 a.m., and you can not hold anything. Your core would turn on more when you don't hold anything on your iso quads. Remember, they're not V-ups. You got to keep that knee joint in one spot. Pretend there's a sensor under your leg, and if your leg falls, you're going to hit the sensor, and then it's like Indiana Jones movie. You got darts coming out of the wall. Okay, so keep your legs up. That was round 3. Round 4, 6 to 7 to 8 on your push, and then you're going to have your 20 stationary lateral lunges. You're going to be repeating the legs shortly so we can increase the pace as we get through this workout. 6 to 8. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. That is a 2.5 to 3 second rep. Round 4, you've got your stationary lateral lunge. Step to the right, load the right, push the right, step to the left, load the left, push with your left. I do have to add a small angle because of the tires, my space. Step, load, push yourself back. I will see people on lateral lunges, if you're looking at the screen, all they do is they step this way, but it's still kind of a forward direction. Make sure you step laterally. Don't turn your body and step forward at a different angle. Doesn't quite count. Round 4, you had your 6 to 8 pushing, potentially chest. You got your 20 on your stationary lateral lunges. You're almost done with the circuit. There's nothing between your circuits today. You're going to change your push, and you're going to repeat all the things. At the gym, you have flat machine chest, incline machine chest, and a shoulder press. You got bars, dumbbells, adjustable benches. You got bar triceps, rope triceps, and they're going to pick 3. You could do chest all day, you could do shoulders all day, you could do triceps all day if you want to. Here we go, round 5, 6 to 8, push again. Not your last one, but it will be your last pushing quad focused exercise. And I'll give you a couple choices based on your tools. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Breathe and focus on your 6 to 8 pushes. Again, potentially chest. Your quad focused legs. If you have a stability ball, you could do stability ball squats. That can turn on more quads because it's also called a ball hack squat. At the gym, you have the hack squat machine. You've got low and narrow leg press. You also have step ups. If you don't have any of those tools, you'd probably want to do narrow squats again. Okay? So again, if you don't have a step up tool, if you don't have a ball tool, you probably want to do narrow squats again. 20. You're going to be doing these again, and I'm going to ask you to turn your pace up. Pace will increase. Tempo, I don't mind a small increase in tempo as long as you don't lose motion or load. So round 5, not your last push this circuit. You'll have your 6 to 8 push. You've got 20 either stability ball squats if you have the tool, step up, so I'm going to put that in today's pushing day, or you have repeating your narrow squats. Again, at the gym, you have low, narrow leg press. You've got hack squat tools galore. machine, bar, ball, quad extension machine. Again, there's just other tools. When you get done with that 20 legs, I want one more set of 6 to 8 of this muscle group. Remember, you can repeat the muscle group if you want to, 6 to 8 for the last time. And it's not like you're going to be on your own the next circuit by any means, but I want you to pick a different pushing position. Again, you can do chest all day long, but I want you to change the position. Go to a stability ball, go to a bench, adjustable bench, change the angle, shoulder press. You got machines, you got tools, triceps, you got dips, you got kickbacks, you got overheads, you got skull crushers. After your last set of 6 to 8, you're going to do 15 on your next push, whether you change the muscle group or not, 15, and then you're going to have your 20 narrow squats. This is circuit number 2. Okay, here we go. Change your pushing position. You can do shoulders if you want to do shoulders. You don't have to do shoulders. Part of it depends on what you did on Friday. Some people, and I did reference to my morning group, right? You had not done this timed workout. That was from the previous Friday, the one that I had my kids' morning on. You had repeating if you had missed the Monday, Wednesday, because those were monster workouts. And then you have the hips and stretching. 15 push, and then 20 narrow squats. You might have had to do them twice already, so this will be the 3rd time. So when you get to the end of this circuit, you could repeat a different pushing quad focused exercise. And I'll of course talk about it. This is on you though. Don't wait for me. And I do, and I've said this many, many times, I do want you guys to acknowledge that you're very used to this. You're very used to me, my voice, this situation. The biggest feedback I get from new people is that we do, and I'll even say it, we do too much. You're just used to it, and I love it. So, you do a lot. Some people, that's the workout. They have the 15, 20-minute core and more warm-up workout circuit. They got one circuit in. Peace. Round, so this is yours. Go at your own pace. Round 2, 10 on that push, whatever new position you chose. And then you're going to have your 20 stationary forward lunges. Again, I'm going to probably give you the 3 different pushing circuits. That's up to you if you're able to do all 3 of them. Nothing will imbalance you today, so whenever you need to leave, just say goodbye. 10 push, whether you change muscles or not, but you have to change position, and then you have your 20 stationary forward lunge. And of course, this is something that you could repeat again on round 5 if you don't have a step-up tool or a stability ball squat. That way you're not doing narrow squats all day long. Again, if you know what to do, don't wait for me. That's not a green light for smoking this sucker, but don't wait for me. Round 2 is 10 on the push. You have your 20 stationary forward lunges, just so you know what to do. Round 3 is your 6 to 8 reps, like we did earlier. You'll have your 20 iso quads, the position round 3. Again, I want to be a little bit ahead of you so you know what to do. Don't wait for me. If you're ahead, make sure your motion is big, your time under tension is steady, you're maintaining increasing load, all those things. But if you're ahead of me because of your pace, awesome. If you're quote unquote a little behind, awesome. You might have more weights. You might choose harder positions to be in. Round 3 is 6 to 8 on your push, 20 iso quads. Again, we did it earlier. You're going to do them on your warm-up workout circuit on Wednesday. So we will definitely be touching on them more. Iso is the isometric ab core position, non-moving contraction, and then you have your quad extension exercise. Of course, remember in the gym, you have other tools, so people in the gym are not doing this today, but they are definitely doing it on Wednesday. Like I've said to you guys so many times, everybody here does the same workouts you're doing, just small adjustments. Round 4, 6 to 8 on your push. When you get there, you then have your stationary lateral lunges for the second time. Remember, that push is all position-based. However, if you did choose shoulder press, I mean, there's bar, there's dumbbell, and there's machine. There's standing, there's sitting, and there's different things you can sit on. So there really isn't big position changes, definitely more tools on the pushing shoulders. The adjustable bench, the one here at the gym, you guys have 6 different angles. You have a bunch of machines, so there's so many choices. Round 4, 6 to 8 on the push, 20, stationary, lateral, lunge, step, load, L-O-A-D, push yourself back. Quads turn on more on dynamic pushing exercises. Your glutes should always turn on when you have motion at your hips. That's a fact. So iso quads, for example, your glutes wouldn't turn on because you're sitting on them and there's no motion at your hips. Round 4, 6 to 8 push, 20 stationary lateral lunge. Round 5, it's not your last push, but we'll do the last of the quad focus exercises this circuit, and I'd have you repeat stationary forward lunges if you don't have the tools. 6 to 8 reps. Remember that time under tension. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 2.5, 3-second reps. If you have the tools, right, you have step-ups, you have stability ball squats. If you don't have the tools and you're tired of doing narrow squats, repeat your stationary forward lunges. Now, I did say your quads turn on more on the ball squats. They're also called a ball hack squat. There's probably 16 names for the same exercise. If you do get your feet a little bit narrow, your quads will turn on a little bit more, but naturally your quads will turn on more in this position. Remember, your glutes do always turn on because of the motion at your hips during a dynamic leg exercise. Remember that word dynamic. Dynamic is multi-joint motion, multi-muscle activation. So it doesn't mean crazy, it doesn't mean hard, it doesn't mean tire flips, even though that is a dynamic exercise. Round 5, 6 to 8 on your push. You got your 20 step-ups or ball squats or repeating one of them. Then you have your last set of this push, 6 to 8 reps. And again, turn your dial up, turn it up, go, 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 go. You're going to go to one more circuit, 15 on a push. If you want to do triceps, I'm going to dabble on the triceps so you see them, awesome. If you want to go back and do the same chest, cool. If you have different positions, you are changing the position of your push. Your chest can push, your shoulders can push, and your triceps can push. When you get done with your 6 to 8 reps, you're going to be on your 15 push. If you're going to keep going, change your position. When that 15 push is done, you've got your 20 narrow squats for the last time. It's definitely the last time because we're starting the last circuit. Now you can repeat them based on the tools you have. However, you won't hear them from me. Round 1 of your last circuit, 15 on your push. All I asked is you change your position. You could have had a great tricep day. You have overhead tricep position. You have kickbacks. You've got dips. You've got ropes. You've got bars. You've got narrow push-ups. You've got skull crushers with TRXs and bars. There's a lot of different positions on triceps. 20 narrow squats. Again, for the last formal time, you might have to repeat them based on the tools you have. I don't want you to repeat iso squats for the 4th time per se, because you're going to do those 4 on Wednesday. Remember narrow squats. Your toes are always able to wiggle. Your hips lead the way. Posture, your eyes are up. You're looking out in front of you. All of you have the best view in the house. You're welcome. Come on. Come on. Hips, 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 glutes, 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 eyes, 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 thighs. Your quads are working, supposed to be working more than your hamstrings. I want to turn the dial up. Let's go get it. Come on, last circuit. 15 push, 20 narrow squat, 10 push, and you're going to have your stationary forward lunges, again, optionally the last time. Preeti, that's a back exercise. Preeti, bend and straighten your elbows. That's a tricep extension. This is a back row. Elbows bend and elbows straighten. Triceps push. No, Preeti, right here. Your elbows need, Preeti, your elbows need to bend and straighten. That's not bending and straightening, right? Push, push. Elbows bend and straighten on a tricep exercise. Push. There you go. Now less movement at your shoulders. Less movement at your shoulders. Round 2 is your stationary forward lunges. You won't do them again today unless you need to repeat them. And again, today we have the 3 strength circuits, right? Smidge of a different rhythm today, right? We have a big, huge core and more warm-up workout circuit. Big and huge, good work. Definitely a different start to a workout. And then for ease, for pace, for stimulation, you have the 3 different pushes, same numbers, and we just rotated between our pushing quad focus exercises. Wednesday will literally be the opposite of pulling. We'll have a similar but different core and more start. Round 3, 6 to 8. You've done this before. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, right? Make sure you load things up, either time under tension or physical weight. Load them up. Reps go down, load goes up. Round 3 is your iso quads. I prefer you don't do them again after this because you have them 4 times on Wednesday, but you can do them if you want to. 20 iso quads for the last time today. 300 quad focused leg exercises. You have the 300 core and more warm-up workout circuit. And then you had, probably easy math, 100 or more on the pushing, depending on the muscles you did, chest, shoulders, triceps. Round 3 was your 6 to 8 for the push. You had your 20 iso quads. You're almost done. Round 4 is your 6 to 8 on your triceps. And they're going to have your 20 stationary lateral lunge, which again, you could do them this round and the next round if you don't have the tools. 6 to 8. Almost done. Stationary lateral lunges. Optional last time today. Definitely an easy one to repeat on the last round if you don't have the step up or stability ball tools. And remember, my intent of this workout was once you got through circuit 1, you kind of knew what to do. You could have just turned the dial up, added a ton of pace, adjusted, modified, increased your tempo. Again, I know it can seem confusing if you think about it a lot. Round 4 is your 6 to 8 push, your 20 stationary lateral lunge. Round 5, you're almost done. You've got your 6 to 8 push, And then again, if you have the tools, you've got step-ups or stability ball hack squats, or again, you can repeat any of the legs, the stationary lateral lunge, the stationary forward lunge, the narrow squat. Round 5, 6 to 8 reps, 20 on your quad legs, and then all you have to do is one more set of 6 to 8, and then you'll be all done. Step-ups are great if you have a safe tool to step on, something firm. It should not move easily. No wood-laced chairs. No patio furniture. Ball squats, you have the tool, ball against the wall, and I'm leaning against the ball a little bit. The ball's a guide to your squatting depth, right? It's a tool. Your quads will turn on more. And again, if you need to repeat narrow squat or stationary forward lunge or lateral lunge, please do. And then all you have to do is one more set of 6 to 8 pushes, and you're all done. I know it feels like it wasn't too crazy. It doesn't mean you push the off button and run and take a hot shower or sit down and go to a meeting. Try to cool off for a second. Whatever you do after your workout, your body will respond to the most. So if you want it to be all tight and achy, then go sit down and go to work. Huh. Who wants to be tight and achy? Nobody. If you want it to be loose and mobile and hydrated and nourished, then you're going to stretch. You're going to foam roll. You're going to drink some water. You're going to eat some good food. You're going to be mindful. Whatever you do after this workout, your body absorbs and responds to the most. After that last set of 6 to 8, clean up your workspace. Pat yourself on the back. We have a lot of core this month. This week we have a core and more series to warm up with. And then today was pushing, Wednesday is pulling, Friday we'll do our 2 movement exercises. Happy Monday. Tommy, have a good day, buddy.